Hello, hello, and welcome back, or welcome to Bookmas. Now today we have my favourite reads of 2020, and I need my notebook. Okay, I'm back with my notebook. Now this video is basically the books that I gave 5 stars to in 2020, but this doesn't include any rereads. I gave 5 stars to quite a few rereads when I was going through on my Goodreads. Now, these are the books that I gave 5 stars to that I'd not read before, if that makes sense. So any rereads that I did this year and that I gave 5 stars to, they're not in this video because I'd read them before. They weren't fresh reads for this year. I just reread them, or was that, oh yeah, still like that. But what I will say is that there are quite a few books in this video. Well, no, actually, I feel like there's quite a few books in this video. I feel like I gave quite a few books 5 stars. But considering the vast number of books I've read this year, like, what are we, I don't know, what are we around like the 70 mark now? I don't feel like this is a lot of 5 stars. I think when I was going through my Goodreads books, I'd given quite a few like 2 star, 1 star, 3 star, which for me, that means it's not a good book. Like 3 stars, like, you know, I respect the people that would enjoy this, but it's not me. So just consider that fact that we've read about 70 books this year-ish, give or take. I don't know what we're on at this point. This isn't a lot of books. And there is one thing that I did notice when I was finding these books. A lot of them begin with the word the. So without further ado, here are my 5-star reads of 2020. Now I didn't actually mean this one as a pun, but my first 5-star read of 2020 was The 5. I just picked it up and I thought, oh, it's actually got the 5 written on it. So 5-star read for The 5. This is such a good book. I actually did a review video on this book, I think, in the summertime. I loved it. I think I'm not a non-fiction kind of gal. This was for me. I really did enjoy it, even though it wasn't a fiction book. I loved that. So there's our first The book. Next, we have The Switch. I feel like Chandler. The Switch. The Switch by Beth O'Leary. Loved this. I also gave The Flatshare 5 stars, but that was a reread, so I've not counted that because this was a first time read for this year. This only came out in April, I want to say. So The Switch was 100% a 5-star read. Oh, will it be better on this? Like, can you see it at all? Am I just, way? Try and catch me if you can. Now, obviously, we know the obsession that I've had with Holly Martin this year, and this is the year of me getting into Holly Martin. So, Holly Martin books. I did actually give 1 or 2 others 5 stars, but I give all of her books 5 stars, it would seem. So I can't include every one of her books that I've read this year in this video. I mean, these 3 is like a large ratio, percentage even, of what I've read this year of her books, but anyway, so this is the Sandcastle Bay series, The Holiday Cottage by the Sea, The Cottage on Sunshine Beach, and then it ruins it coming home to Maple Cottage. So this is where our run with the thes has a bump in the road. So I gave all of these 5 stars. Holly Martin's books will just always be 5-star reads. I'm sorry, not sorry, essentially. And do you know what? We've got more The books. The Family Upstairs. This book I devoured in a day. I started reading it at like 9-10 o'clock in the morning and I just sat there until like 8 PM and just devoured it during the first lockdown. I love it. Actually, it is a bit sticky because I think I did do some reading outside and I had sun cream because ginger, and it is a bit sticky, so that's nice. I don't know if that's undoable, if that will be fixed with a wipe, I'm not sure. But The Family Upstairs, absolutely love this book. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I've got 2 standout reads for 2020 and this is one of them. And last but not least, we have another The book. We have more books, don't stress. The Love Square by Laura Jane Williams. I can't remember why I gave this 5 stars. I think it was just really nice to read. It was just nice to read. I didn't read it that long ago. But yeah, that's one of my 5-star reads of 2020. Now, no more books with the word the in them. You'll be glad to know, because I've obviously got a thing for those kind of books. We have Family for Beginners by Sarah Morgan. I love Sarah Morgan's writing. Her story is always really great. It was a 5-star for me. I did really enjoy it. It took me a while to get into it, but once I was into it, I was like, yes, I love this. We also have Queenie by Candice Carty-Williams. I really enjoyed this. I think loads of people really enjoyed this year. I think this is a 5-star read for a lot of people. And, you know, I agree with them. I do. Now, my other standout read for this year is Secrets She Kept by Kathy Golke. Now, this was sent to me by a publisher, and I was like, oh, you know, that kind of sounds like it's around my kind of scene. World War II, kind of Nazi Germany, and flipping forward to current time, which is actually the 1970s in this book. I super loved this. This, I think, rivals The Tattooist of Auschwitz, which is a bold statement because a lot of people love that book, as did I. I loved that book. And Silka's Journey, I thought, was both very powerful. And I think this is rivaling it. I do. So I think everyone should read this as well. And there are 3 other books which I gave 5 stars to this year, which I don't have copies of right now. One is The Cousins by Karen M. McManus. Really loved that. I think that's my favourite of her books so far. I've really enjoyed the others, but I think that was definitely my favourite. Also, 2 Christmas books. Christmas at Fireside Cabins by Jenny Hale. I really, really enjoyed. I thought that was such a good book. You know, flawless. Loved it. Read it as a Christmas book. And also Christmas for Beginners by Cara Matthews. The first Cara Matthews book that I read. Christmas for Beginners was just such a heartwarming, lovely little family story. And there we have it. Those are my 5-star reads of 2020. See, I don't think that's a lot. For the amount I've read, I think I've been a tough cookie to crack. I really do. Let me know if you agree. You've probably read, you know, if somebody's probably read like 20 books and gave this many 5 stars. I don't think I could do that actually, read 20 books and have this many 5 stars. I am tough. If I've given you 5 stars, you've knocked my socks off, or I will have to reread you. Like that's just the facts of life. This is the way it works. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Happy Bookmas, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!